face full of tats. You play on your knees, I play to my strap. Hey loves, thanks for joining me today. We are going over the Pat McGrath Luxe Eye Quad that she released for holiday 2020. And we'll be creating the look that you see on my eyes now here today. It's a very simple look. To be honest, I wasn't too crazy about this palette just because it's quite light. But this one is called Fleur Fantasia. I should know how to pronounce that. I really should. I took French. Fleur Fantasia. And this is what she looks like. And as you can see, she is quite light. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. Looking at this as a person of color or anybody that's dark complexion, like this doesn't do it for me. I used 3 shades today. I did not use this top gold champagne shade, just because I didn't see where it fit in my look for today. But this palette is disappointing because, like, if you wanted to rely on this palette solely as a palette by itself like I did today, you're going to be left with a very light look. It's going to be very fairy, very airy, and potentially ashy the deeper you get. I know I'm not the deepest person on the spectrum, but I'm medium deep, okay? I fit in the beginning of the 400 range for Rihanna, if you wanted to know, like, what complexion I come close to. But, I mean, it looks nice. I'm not gonna lie, it looks nice. I'm sitting here looking at it via the monitor and in the mirror. It looks great. I just don't, this is just slightly disappointing. It's uninspiring, I guess, to me, because when you look at shades that are light and pastelish like this, as a person of color, you kind of just automatically go through your head like, this might not do it for me. So yeah, but I will say this palette shines as an accent palette. Like, you can use any of these 3 light shades that she has in here, the champagne, the peach, and this like blue purple flip here. You could use them as accent shades. I actually considered creating a look with just this blue purple. You can't really see the shift on camera, but I was considering creating a look where I just like blocked out my eyelid in my skin tone shade, and like, so kind of like a, not exactly a cut crease, I don't know what you call it, but I was going to block out the lid and completely mute it out in my skin tone shade, and then have this as an inner corner accent solely. That would be bomb. That would be fire. I just didn't do it today. But that's another look you can maybe do. This palette, like I'm saying right now, it shines more so as accent palette. Like, this works great combined with something else already in your collection. As far as standing alone, maybe not. Maybe not so much, but yeah. So if you notice, this time my eyes are already done, because when I was looking at this palette, I was very uninspired. I didn't know what I was gonna do, so I ended up doing just one eye, and then like I came back on here and filmed how I got the eye on the other eye. And then I added brown eyeliner and mascara and called it a day. I think it came out great, but like I said, I was very uninspired. I didn't even know what to do. Looking at this, it didn't make me want to like get up and like hip hip hurrah or cheer for this. So unfortunately, I did not do 2 looks with this, because like I said, I find this palette shines best as a accent palette than it does as a standalone palette by itself. Not saying you can't create dope looks with it. Like, I mean, you can easily just take this shade and put it all over your lid and call it a day. Like I mentioned before, you can block out your eye with your concealer color and just put this on the inner corner. It would make like a fire. You can even make it graphic if you wanted to, like make a graphic wing out of it. I think that would be fire. I was shocked that this even showed the hell up. So I had zero faith in this color showing up on my complexion. It did look pasty before like I like put the other colors on top of it though. So you'll see that in the demo. I feel like this is way too like light and fairy for me, but we can do it anyway. So I took this shade, Lotus Paradise, this pinky packed my brush with it. And I just packed this all over the lid. And once I'm done packing it, I'm gonna blend it out to, as you can see, the shade does show up. And just gonna take the brush, turn it a little sideways, and blend over. So I'm just gonna do this now. I did this like as the last step. I did put this under the lower lash line as well. Connected it to the top. It's light, it's pasty, but it's there. It's very faint, barely recognizable. And that's what I did to start. Wipe that off. Then I took this brush again. What's the shade called? Lavender Blue. This orchid purplish looking shade. And I'm gonna place that all on the inner corner. And I'm just gonna keep packing it on until I feel like it's opaque enough. Like all I can really see is like the blue purple shift that's going on in the inner corner. So that's what it should look like. Gonna keep dragging it over just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna take this jumbo brush and do this because it'll be a little faster. And just put it all on the inner corner. I did put some under here as well. I took, what is this shade called? Iridescent Orchid, this shiny metallic pink shade, with my finger, and just slap that on the lid. And I'm basically gonna take it all the way over and up, like, basically it does look. I'm gonna take that jumbo blender brush I had, clean it off a bit, and just smooth this out. And we're done. Simple. I have so much fucking fallout on my face. Like, what am I gonna do about that? Okay, I'm gonna add some liner. I feel like I need to add brown liner or something because this is just like too light and airy for me. I'm gonna add liner, do my lashes, blush, get this fallout off my face, for Christ's sakes, and come right back. So that's how I got this look. I'll be right back. Okay, swatches. I kind of did them stupid, so I ran out of space, so this one's like on my wrist, but I mean you can see that. So this is what we're working with. Like, you can see that icy blue to violet shift this center shade has, which is really pretty. But this is what we got. We have Utopia Pale Rose Gold Highlight. I could maybe use this as highlight on my face. Let me see. Then we have Lavender Blue, which is a duochrome lavender shimmer with a blue flash. And this is really pretty. I think this would be bomb, like I said, if you just put concealer all over your eyes and then just put it on the inner corner and like blended it out, it would be bomb. Or use it as a graphic liner. Then we have Iridescent Orchid, which is a warm magenta metallic with purple flash. And this is very messy. Like, I highly suggest you use this shade wet with glitter glue, a mixing medium something, because like the fallout was real with this one. It was all over my face. It's on my face as we speak. Then we have Lotus Paradise, a pink peach matte. I'm gonna try this as a highlighter. This is Utopia, the Pale Rose Gold highlight. Just for shits and giggles, let's try it. Because I did not put on any highlight today. It actually has pink in it. So it's like putting an iridescent pink color on my, ooh. My camera don't look good. My sponge is across the goddamn room. In real life, it's pink. Like, it has pink in here. Like a peachy pink. Can you see the pink? You see the pink I'm talking about? Like, it shows up like a peachy pink on my complexion. So, I mean, it's not bad. That looks nice. You just have to be light-handed with it because if you put on too much, it's gonna get ashy. Okay, so that's it. Like I said, this was slightly uninspiring to look at, just to make a look with solely using this palette because it is very light. The deepest shade in here is this one, and that's kind of disappointing. Like I said, this palette would shine better if I combined it with another palette I have, but I'm just trying to show how you can use this palette by itself. So I only could come up with one look because, like I said, when I did this, I was very uninspired looking at these shades. Wasn't too sure if I could come up with like a decent look, if one at all, because I was 100% convinced that this wasn't going to show up on my skin complexion. It does, shockingly. But like I said, the darker you get, the more ashier this is going to go. So I think that's my only complaint. It's uninspiring to me as a whole. And like I said, if I mix this with another palette, then we can get busy. But by itself, I'm just not. Just isn't my cup of tea. I like this palette. I don't love it. Like I said, it works better as an accent palette by itself. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on this palette, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Open your mouth when I bust. Suck me so don't rush. Alright, that's enough of that.